what advice would you give them? Like from somebody who's been through the system, what advice would you give them looking back on?
It's because it's kind of it's a field where it's still relatively unknown. So I get called a physio all the time, and you kind of got to accept that that's the position that you're going to be. So you're slightly niche in that market.
Yeah, definitely.
And you have to, yes, whilst you're in university and learning, and throughout the 4 years, you feel kind of engrossed in it all. You think, oh, this is exactly what I want to do. But when you get out into the real world, you're starting all over again. You need to build up your experience. You need to kind of find which direction you want to go into. So they always said that when you're training, you come out as a safe osteopath, not necessarily a good osteopath. They just make sure that you're safe, you know what you're doing, but then it's up to you which path you take.
There's quite a lot of art to it, kind of type of thing. You build up over time.
Yeah. And that's the gift and the curse. So as an osteopath, you've got lots of flexibility about which direction you want to go, but then also as well, you can get a bit aimless in terms of like, where do I go? What courses do I want to do? What do I enjoy doing? So you kind of, in my year, which when I graduated 10 years ago, I'd probably say only 50% are doing it still. That gives you an idea of how many people have carried it on for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And there's the element of the financial side as well, in terms of you don't go straight into a job. You have to build up your list. You have to get your foundation, maybe work in another clinic, find out what clinics you like to work in. So it's good, but you've got to think about the long-term game. But is this something that I really want to do? Because 4 years full-time is a big commitment as well.
That's a really good piece of advice. So think about the long term, think about the long game, maybe stepping stones, like where do you want to end up, and then maybe like reverse engineer it and work back from there.
Exactly. End goal, and then always work backwards and say, is this the right path I want to take?
Great. What's just for anybody who doesn't understand, what's the big difference between